Hi, I'm Robin from the Grundy Museum. Today we're going to make a card using scrap paper, old cards, embellishments, and a few other items that we might like to add. Card giving in the Victorian era was very popular, as was scrapbooking. Many cards were made by hand using scraps of paper, paper lace, ribbon, and images of people, flowers, and animals. Sentiments were simple or a poem was added. We have made some take-and-make card kits for museum guests and our library patrons. These kits contain enough materials to make 2 cards. With Mother's Day just around the corner, we thought it would be nice to make a Mother's Day card. You can make a card for any occasion, adding special touches that make them unique. There is no right or wrong way to create your card. You can use artist materials, sew your paper, and add a personal touch like a button, photo, keys, or fabric trims. Now let's get started. So these are the materials that we have for our card today. And these materials here do come in your kit. And they were used to make this card. And we're going to get started and show you how you put all this together. Some of the things that you have are a blank card, backing papers, a sentiment, your gluing materials like glue dots or a thick cardboard to give some dimension if you don't have these. Our tools are scissors, fancy cutter scissors, glue sticks or double-faced tape. Some of our embellishments that we have, we've chosen an embossed butterfly cut out of paper, some old vintage lace and an applique, and we have some ribbon and a few extra pieces of scrap paper to maybe decorate your envelope or the inside of the card. So let's start putting this together. So the first thing we want to decide on is how do we want our direction of our card to go? Do we want it portrait with the fold on the left, or do we want it landscape with the fold at the top? This card we're going to make in the portrait direction. And I'm going to start placing my papers on my card. I want to leave a little bit of a border around here. And I think I'll do this a little off center. And just keep in mind, nothing is right or wrong. It's whatever you feel that it looks best to you. And you can change it before you glue anything, so that's the great thing about this. So I think I'll move this up a little bit, put this vintage applique there. And I think I'm going to want one of my butterflies here. And I'll put my ribbon on the edge. So this looks like the layout that I'm going to go with for the exterior of my card. And to start gluing, we're just going to remove this piece by piece and just start gluing. I'm going to use my glue stick. And get a good amount of glue and just line this back up onto the card. Put my backing embellishment paper, again, some glue. If you were using double-faced tape, that works well, or if you have a tape dispenser, it comes directly out of it, that works well too. Now this I'm doing a little backer on so that it pops out of that. So I'm going to glue this onto that first. And then we're going to add some dimension to the sentiment so that it stands out on our card. Give this a little bit of a frame. Now I have these glue dots that work really well that are a foam, but if you don't have these or don't have access, I'll show you a little trick. You can use corrugated cardboard and just cut a little square to use your own and just for time's sake, I'm going to use double-faced tape because we don't have the regular glue right here. And you just have to make sure you put an extra piece on the top of each of those. A little bit time consuming for this part, and this we take these off. And we're ready to place this here, but I think I'm going to put my lace underneath. And put a little piece of double-faced tape under my lace here. I'm going to add my butterfly. And these are nice embossed butterflies. After you get this on here, you can bend up the wing to give it a little bit of dimension. Whoops. And we have our applique. We're going to overlap that down into here. Not cover up our words. And there you go. Now to put our ribbon on here, we need to snip a little bit of the edge here on the card. And we're going to pull that ribbon right through that slot. And that keeps the ribbon in place without it slipping around. And it makes it easier to tie. I could tie a bow right here, but I think on this one, as opposed to our sample, I'm just going to tie a little knot at the top. Let's get that through there. There we go. Fumble fingers today. And I think we have it. Got that off there. And there's our Mother's Day card. Now you could add beads onto your ribbon. You could add a button on here, or if you used your paper punch, we could have punched through the card and tied the ribbon that way. I also want to add just a little bit to the inside, so I have an extra paper here to decorate a little bit of color on the inside of the card. And my envelope, I don't want to forget my envelope. I'm going to put a little embellishment on the card and add one of my butterflies on the outside of here. And you can pop this wing up a little bit to give it some dimension. Most importantly, don't forget to put your autograph. So I'm going to put my initials and the year. And we're ready to sign the inside of our card. We hope you had fun making your card, and we know that whoever receives it is going to love it. Please like and subscribe to our channel, and go to our website so that you could register for a tour. We're open and we can't wait to see you.